Hi everyone, Bernard here on behalf of MovieGameNostalgia.com with a little movie review today, and it's a film that's out to buy from the 3rd of August 2020. And the film's called Four Kids and It. Not 5 children, not 4 children, 4 kids and it. Obviously the Americanization of this now, the kids as opposed to children. So yeah, this is out to buy from the 3rd of August and has been appearing on Sky, I believe. It's a Sky production. Please, if you're new to this little channel, enjoy movie reviews, TV drama reviews, information vlogs, please push that subscribe button and push the notification button so you know when these little vlogs are coming out. And please, if you tell your friends, the more the merrier. Let's get more subscribers, please. Right, yeah, an hour and 50 minutes. You know me, I always quibble about the length of children's films, certainly animations. This isn't an animation, obviously. There's a bit of CGI, obviously, with the creature in this, but the lovable creature, can I say? Yeah, it's an hour and 50 minutes. Does this one get away with it? Probably, although it may have been slightly neater if it had lopped off 15-20 minutes of some of the stuff at the start that struggled along just a little bit. Yeah, it's a PG rating, $6.99 to buy. So if you want to buy this, why not? I mean, it's cheap as chips, isn't it? $6.99. It's nothing, but it's not much more than you pay to rent the thing or stream it or whatever. Yeah, it's a 2020 British fantasy film. So it's classed as a British fantasy film, directed by Andy D. Emeny and written by Simon Lewis and Mark Oswin, based on, of course, the novel The 4 Children and It by Jackie Wilson, which in turn was based on the novel 5 Children and It by E. Nesbitt. So there you go, we're getting a little based on different things here. The film stars Paula Patton, Russell Brand as the obnoxious, horrible baddie, Michael Caine, the voice of, as the wonderful Samid, is that how we pronounce it? Samid, the character. Matthew Good is in this as well. And yeah, it's about, while on holiday in Cornwall, the Trent children discover a mysterious creature with magical powers. It doesn't take long before the kids find out that their wicked uncle, there's only got to be a wicked uncle, hasn't it? It's not Disney though, is it this? Russell Brand, played by Russell Brand, plans to use the creature's wish-making for his own dastardly deeds. Yeah, the nasty, nasty man. Rotten Tomatoes, well, only a 48% approval rating, positivity rating based on 33 reviews. That's 17 fresh and 16 rotten, so almost split right down the middle as far as liking this concerned. The average rating is only 5.51 out of 10 again, which isn't fantastic. The site's critics consensus reads, 4 Kids in It has a few moments of whimsy and charm, but it's not enough to leave a lasting impression. Well, it's not going to be a classic, is it? Is it one you're going to want to last forever? And, you know, I think it's certainly watchable a couple of times, that's for sure. But, yeah, a little bit mean on Rotten Tomatoes. Metacritic, is that any better, the critics? Not really. They're scoring 4.2 out of 10, 42% out of 10, with six mixed reviews and one totally negative review. So that's only 7 critics. So that's not too bad, is it? So it's 6 mixed. So in other words, it is split an opinion even with the critics. The Hollywood Reporter's Justin Lowy, he gave it 5 out of 10, and he went on to say, more curio than classic. 4 Kids in It may hold children's attention and sometimes test adults' patience, does at the start, over the movie's brief running time. Brief? I don't think it was brief, but seems unlikely to inspire many a rewatch. Yeah, I'd certainly watch it on my own and then watch it with the kids again and with the grandkids again, to be honest with you. So yeah, I'd rewatch it. Empire's Anna Smith, gave it 4 out of 10, so she didn't like it. This is Empire, a lot of respect for Empire magazine. The Kids and Caine are good, but this lacks the magic of its source novel or novels. Younger children may enjoy it, but its attempts to entertain older viewers mostly fall flat. Yeah, I can go along with some of that criticism. Joe Public, what about you and me? What about us guys who watch it and go and pay and watch it at the cinema or online or pay to stream or even buy the thing now? It's only getting a 4.8 out of 10 on Internet Movie Database user reviews. It's and some of the comments, a typical Sky production, lifeless and uninspiring. A bit mean, I think, that one. Just unwatchable. Okay, but not more. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm sort of veering between perhaps that sort of statement, to be honest with you. Great movie, except for Russell Brand. A bit unfair on Russell, a bit more on that in a moment. Dreadful, but the kids love it. There you go. It's for kids. There you go. It's saying, why not? Not a classic, but a good effort. Yeah, I mean, that's another perhaps statement I can fall in line with realistic CGI, fun story, family friendly. Again, nothing wrong with that comment. A nice family adventure. So even though it's not a great score, is it, under 5 out of 10, 4.8 out of 10, there is a lot of positivity again with people who actually gone to the effort. You know, it's dead easy to just put, you know, on a score, a feedback thing, isn't it, to put 1 out of 10 or 2 out of 10. It's a little bit harder when you have to justify those scores by actually writing something. So it's nice to see a lot of positivity and people who've actually made the effort to write up a review. Movie game nostalgia. Well, it's a bit of a funny one actually. I mean, I started writing this while I was watching it and typing this up as I was watching the film. And my early thoughts weren't fantastic. I've been a bit convinced by some of the low scores, I think. Well, my initial impression was 2 words that helped save this from an adult point of view anyway. It's not an adult film at the end of the day, so it's the kids that matter, isn't it? Is Michael Caine. Yeah, I mean, the voice of Samid, obviously, as Michael Caine, that sort of saved it a little bit for me. Yeah, I mean, I don't enjoy this. The acting's okay, and this is like the US version of Little England, isn't it? I mean, you got 2 sets of kids, one American, a bit more modern, one English, obviously with a posh dad. You know, all that was missing perhaps was Hugh Grant from this thing, but I don't like that formulaic sort of Little England think of this is what we're like, because let's be honest about it, it's only children's entertainment and that's how it should be. But obviously, if adults are watching this, and obviously they're probably growing a bit tired of this sort of look. Yes, Russell Brand as the weird, quirky, nasty, horrible, baddie uncle. Yeah, I mean that's formulaic. That sort of plays to the actual story. But yeah, I was a bit turned off a little bit by the actual how the portrayal, obviously, of the English family as opposed to the American family. It's just a little bit annoying sometimes, but hey, it's just entertainment, isn't it? Yeah, the actors are they're okay. I wouldn't say they were fantastic. The young actors, not the greatest young actors, to be honest with you. They're okay. They're not too unlikable, which is a bonus as far as I'm concerned, because some of these kids doing these films, if you think they're precocious brats, then you're not going to enjoy the film, are you? I checked with my granddaughters. I've got 4 granddaughters, and 2 of them have watched it, and two of them haven't. But the 2 of them that watched it enjoyed it. So I mean, that's my little guide for the family film. And as I say, by the end of it, I quite enjoyed it as well. So that's all that matters. And if my grandkids said, "Do you want to take us to the pictures, Grandad, to watch this?" I would take them to the pictures to watch this, because I love it. I think it's a good little film. I'm not Russell Brand's biggest fan. I did quite like him when he first came onto the UK scene. I don't know how much you know about him in the US, but I did quite find him a bit of a fresh air when he first arrived, but now I'm a bit fed up with him, to be honest with you. He's a bit annoying, but he does, I think the criticism, there's a lot of criticism actually of him. I think he's a little bit unfair. I think he does an okay job at what it is. I think he's ideal for that role, really. I'd be hard pushed to find someone who probably could have done it just, any justice more than Russell Brand does anyway. So yeah, there are some negatives, as I say, that certainly early does. The first 20 minutes, people were commenting on reviews that they were actually turning it off because he got a bit bored. I can understand that. You have to stick with it, because it actually grew on me the longer it went on. And I said that the early knockings of Michael Caine as Samid as well obviously kept me watching. So I'm glad it did, because some of it's quite exciting. Some of the film, is quite enjoyable to watch. Some of it's a bit corny, as you'd expect. It's a kids' film. Some of the CGI work. Some of the CGI is a bit iffy, but. No, I think he just about got away with it overall. I mean, 4.8 on Internet Movie Database, 4.8 out of 10 is far too low in my opinion. It's such a shame. There's a lot of negativity. I don't think he deserves that, to be honest with you. I think you should watch it. Watch it with your kids. Watch it with your grandkids if you're of my age. And there's a nice little nod as well to Jacqueline Wilson at the end. A lot of people don't like Jacqueline Wilson either, so I mean, she don't get away without criticism on the film reviews as well. So there you go. Yeah, I've got to mention the 1991 6-episodic mini-series of 5 children in it, because there's a little nod to that in this film as well, which is nice. And the characters, and I just sort of double-checked the images, and they look very, very similar to the ones in the original film. But that's a great, if you've never watched those 6 episodes, that's a great watch for kids. I mean, I remember watching that. Obviously, I wasn't a kid myself when I watched that, but I did really enjoy that. So there's a nice addition to that. And there's a little touch of, a little nod to E.T. as well, I thought. I mean, I don't know what you think, but obviously when the Samid ends up going into the holiday home of the children. There's a little bit of a play on E.T.'s shenanigans when he first went into the house in the old E.T. film. So I did like that as well. I know it's nothing wrong with taking stuff from other films and updating it and putting it in. Yeah, so I liked it. I did like it. I'm going to say that now. As I said, if you'd asked me after 20 minutes, I was like, it's all right, you know. But by the end of it, I liked it. There are a lot of faults. I mean, don't get me wrong, there are a lot of faults with it. But as a family film, as something I could watch with my grandkids, I enjoyed this 4 kids. And I mean, well, yeah, I suppose it works. There's 4 kids in it. We call kids now anyway in the UK, and it's not too much of an Americanism, is it? So don't worry about that. I mean, obviously the 5 children is obviously the original, isn't it? The original work, etc. Yeah. So my little rating on 5 kids in it. 4 kids in it. I'm getting all confused myself now. Yeah, I might go back and watch the original, but I'm going to give this 7 out of 10. I'm going to be nice. That's quite high, isn't it? That's almost full marks as far as my rating's concerned. I'm going to give it that. And yeah, I sort of looking at it himself, looking at the Samid. I mean, yeah, it's good. I like the CGI version. I do like the old version, the 1990 version as well. I do like that, and I've seen images of the original as well that from the books, and I do like that. Yeah, so I like the fact that that's on it. The poster could have been a little bit better. Let's have a look at the poster. I mean, the poster could have been a little bit better, but I do like the image of the Samid. So I'm not going to give the poster as many. I'm going to give the film 7 out of 10. I'm going to give the poster 6.5 out of 10 because, yeah, if your kids like it, they'd enjoy that on the wall, wouldn't they? And I certainly wouldn't blanch away from having it on my wall in the background there. So 4 kids in it, 7 out of 10 MGM rating, 6.5 out of 10. For the poster. So yeah, go out and buy the poster. Say I don't stock it unfortunately, but it's not something. I've only got my posters from the 90s and 2000s anyway. So please check my links on the screen now and leave in the comments if you watched this and you enjoyed it. Let me know what you think and what your kids thought of it, and what your grandkids thought of it, or your great grandkids even thought of it. Please just check out my links. If you're more into Facebook, just friend me on Bernardine. Just seek out Bernardine. I do post, obviously if I don't do a vlog like this about film, sometimes I just put reviews onto Twitter where I don't think they warrant a full review like this. So please always check that out, and I always post them on Facebook and Twitter as well. So if you prefer Facebook, I'm on there as well. And please, if you can have a look at moviegamenostalgia.com for old rare DVDs, movie posters and board games, thumbs up to you. Anyway, thanks for watching. What you're going to do with the rest of the day, have a great one. Look after yourselves, look after your friends, look after your family, and more importantly, let's look after it, or the Samid. Anyway, thanks for watching. Until we meet again on another film review or TV drama review or information vlog, this is Bernard saying goodbye for now. Please stay safe, everyone. Bye-bye.